Greetings, YouTube model people. How is it going? Okay, welcome to my episode number 26 for the Sunday Morning Model Cars and Coffee series. Hosted by Paul over at Left Coast Model Car Builds. Paul at Left Coast Model Car Builds. And as always, Paul, thank you for the series. We had some family things to do last weekend, so we had to skip. But here we are back in the saddle. This is, even though I would have been the best way to end with a novelty mug like the Tasmanian Devil the last time, this is the last mug of a drinking size mug, in my opinion, that I found, which is the 275th, I think it says, anniversary year of America's Thanksgiving celebration up in Plymouth, Massachusetts. This was back in November of 1996. So next year it'll be 30 years since I went to this event. But Isaac's, I believe, was a restaurant or hotel restaurant combination, who I guess was one of the sponsors. I don't know if they still do that, but I can tell you this Thanksgiving Day celebration up in Plymouth Rock in Massachusetts still happens. It's a weekend of events. First is the parade. The parade's on November 22nd. This year, 2025, if you're interested. Also, the local TV, channel covers the parade live if you're not able to make the trip. But it was a fun, awesome weekend of events. My father was in a group that does parades, and he was in the parade, and then at night they had an auditorium where the groups, musical groups, marching groups, were in like a concert, a show at night, which was super cool. And then there's a lot of other things going on. So, definitely a fun activity, certainly a way to take part in history, and I'll never forget one memory from that parade, and it was the perfect weather that weekend. It was crisp, cool, not like freezing cold, and it was just really beautiful. I remember it very well that weekend. But at the parade, I'll never forget seeing the Clydesdale horses, a full complement of them, pulling a Budweiser wagon, and they went from a dead stop to moving. And just the energy you could feel coming off of them to get that big thing moving again was just so impressive. I'll never, ever forget that. And it's fun. My favorite horse is a Clydesdale, so I was so wild to see that. But anyway, all that aside, we're talking model builds, not horses and Thanksgiving and all that, although Thanksgiving's coming up soon. Don't want to rush it, but it's coming in, about 2 months. Here we are on this September 21st. I'm going to show you this guy here for the 26th episode. Here we go. Yes, so me here, real quick, to fix a blunder that I'm going to make in the next few moments. I mentioned that the model build you're about to see was done in 2008. Clearly, that is completely wrong. The build was actually completed in 2018. Okay, back to your programming. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, this is the classic, or one of the many kits of the 1957 Chevy. Actually, I meant to paint this differently. You know, you ever start with something and you get going on it, and then you do something, and it doesn't have to be model building, it could be anything, but it could be model building. And you're like, what the heck did I do? I didn't want to do it like that. So a friend at work, his father has a 1957 Chevy. He brings it to car shows, and it's all this kind of marine blue or green blue color, the whole thing. And I wanted to do it like it. And then all of a sudden, my kind of, I don't know, sensory of what these cars typically look like had the white top in mind. So I went and painted the top white like a bonehead. So I may do another one someday and do it the right way, which is all that blue color. Although I'd have to get a new mix. This is a custom mix color. It came from an auto, supply store. This was the color on the cap when we mixed it, right? And I don't know if you're gonna make anything of this or not, but here with the paint names they used, and then the mixes. So if you want to pause that to get that color. It's pretty darn close to the real color, for sure. So, anyway, very fun build. It was actually built as a tribute build. There was a guy on YouTube, and some of the people have been around a while. His channel name was Carolina Man, and I don't remember his real name, sadly. It's sad when I can remember the channel names or something, and I can't remember their real names. But let me show you a picture first before we get too far. This was built in 2008 as a tribute build. He loved the community, Carolina Man. He liked to build models, and he was just a good old guy. And I think he died of cancer, but I'm not sure. But this was on his channel, this was the first kit he built, was this AMT 1957 Chevy, the exact kit. So I thought, okay, that would be a good tribute to him, is built the first kit he ever featured on YouTube. So that's why I built this car. Sorry, we're kind of all over the place, guys. I'm a little distracted today, but anyway. So let me show you a picture of the interior, because I thought that part of it came out the best on this project. Okay, we're back. Yeah, a lot of fun doing the interior. Definitely, probably the best interior I've ever done. Engine-wise, we have nothing really happening in here. It's just the stock engine, nothing to get excited about, all right? And then even underneath, you know, it's just the stock bottom, right? Nothing to get excited about. It was my stab at definitely being more experienced in model building overall. To take on a full, you know, kind of idea of doing the bare metal foil chroming. You know, I had made obviously a couple of attempts early on, but it was way over my head. This came out pretty bad, actually, but it's a combination of bare metal foil that I did and basically Molotow and all that stuff. And this front hood doesn't fit on the best. So yeah, you get the idea of the car here. So that's it, folks. Sorry to jibber jabber on about a lot of the other stuff. You can always forward in my videos to the end, of course, to see the close-up video of it. But hope you're all doing well. Hope your builds are going well. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And if you haven't done the, you know, anything with the Sunday Morning Model Cars and Coffee series, give it a shot. You know, we'd love to see builds you're working on or stuff that from blast from the past sort of stuff. And that's what I've been doing, using the chance to highlight models from the past that hasn't seen the light of day here as far as on YouTube in a long time. So that's it, folks. All right, cheers.